What's going on, guys? Today's career highlight video is going to take a look at one of the sensations of the middleweight division. He exploded onto the scene, the man with the golden fist, Joe Body Bagz Pyfer. Standing at an impressive record of 12 wins and 2 losses, this warrior has taken the MMA world by storm. With a lethal mix of 8 knockouts and 3 submissions, Joe Pyfer is a force to be reckoned with in this division. His fighting style is a symphony of precision, power, and technique on the feet, leaving a trail of fallen opponents in his wake. And when it comes to the UFC run he's currently on, Joe Pyfer is writing a story of dominance. Undefeated in the octagon, he's on a 3-fight win streak, each victory more emphatic than the last. And his opponents were some of the top prospects the UFC had to offer in the middleweight division, and Joe has dispatched them all with a devastating mix of knockouts and submissions. Let's have a look at one of the most well-rounded middleweights on the planet. Out of Philadelphia, we'll take a look at the career of Body Bagz.
Oh, Till's out! It's over!
It's over! It's over!
That's what I'm saying, boy! Oh! He got dropped!
It's over! It's over! Munoz!
Oh my God!
Joe Pyfer is a part of Marquez MMA out of Philadelphia, and they have a talent for producing great prospects in many a UFC division, with Pat Sabatini, Sean Brady, Jeremiah Wells, Andre Petrosky, just to name a few. It feels like Philadelphia MMA just lacks that one superstar to put them over, one title challenging competitor, and Joe Pyfer might be their guy in the middleweight division. He started his career with an explosive and violent knockout of Christopher Allen, landing a massive right hand, putting Christopher Allen out cold. You could see from day one that Joe Pyfer was going to pack a punch that could knock out any middleweight on the planet. He would go 3-1 in the rest of his amateur career, wrapping it up against Sheldon Nahoff for an Art of War Cage Fighting Championship. Joe Pyfer knew going in that after this fight, he would turn pro in the summer of 2018.
My name's Joe Body Bagz Pyfer. I'm coming to knock out Sheldon Nahoff on February 16th at 2300 in Philly, defend my title, and then we're going pro.
He did as he said and stopped Sheldon Nahoff in his last amateur fight, capturing the Art of War Cage Fighting amateur title at middleweight, and then indeed turned pro in 2018. That pro career started off with 5 straight wins, including 4 stoppages, 2 by TKO and KO, 2 by submission, before lining himself up for an ROC middleweight title opportunity, where he would again be successful, stopping his opponent Matt Foster in the first round at a minute 7. That championship win would actually mark a pretty odd time in Pyfer's career. He would go on to lose the title in his next fight on Ring of Combat 70, before bouncing back quickly in 2020 and then getting a Dana White Contender Series opportunity against Dustin Stoltzfus, where he would actually come in as the plus 215 underdog, and he would suffer an injury posting on a takedown. He would dislocate his elbow. He would have to return to the regional scene for one more fight before getting another opportunity on the Contender Series. He'd win on the regional scene, but it followed a year off due to the arm injury, but just that one win got him back into the Contender Series, and it would set up as a great middleweight main event. Ozzy Diaz, a 7-1 striker out of Los Angeles, would serve as his opponent. Ozzy would open at minus 300, but betting windows would open and both fighters would close around even by the time the fight began. With styles making fights, this would be guaranteed excitement from these two. Slotted in as the main event, Pyfer would earn his redemption and a contract to the UFC. Pyfer would come into his second opportunity on the Contender Series on a mission. He would land a takedown in the opening moments, and his opponent Ozzy Diaz would survive until the second round before Joe Pyfer would end his UFC job interview the same way he started his amateur career, with a violent and brutal knockout, guaranteeing himself a contract to the UFC. Since then, it's been nowhere but up for Joe Pyfer. He defeated Alan Amedovski in his UFC debut in the first round with a right cross. Then he beat Gerald Meerschaert in the first round with some ground strikes. And just recently, he defeated Abdul Razak Al Hassan with an arm triangle choke submission. He's now 3-0 against the most elite competition in the UFC. He's tall, athletic, has power in both hands, and is an ace on the ground. Joe Pyfer has nothing but momentum behind him going into his first main event ever. Do you think Joe Pyfer can become a middleweight champion of the world? Do you think he can continue his finishing ways? Let me know all your opinions about Joe Pyfer in the comments section below, and let's enjoy the beautiful violence that Joe Pyfer brings to the octagon every single time he competes. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.